Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Before it's too late, freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go destroy. Our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Bando Saja maka Biafra. Wero putara ni onye ndu. Here Simon Eba. Oba Tobiye.
Witness me. I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, Nazi party. We have all the proof here. The only reason why the Nazis were held to account was because the Jews were living in Europe. Biafrans are in the darkest West Africa. Nobody gives a damn about them. It is also in the Bible that they will kill you, you will cry, but nobody will come to your rescue. I am reading from Obron Wall's report on the 26th of December 1968, published in the Spectator newspaper of United Kingdom in Great Britain. That very publication outlined the case of genocide against the British Christianity. You must listen very, very carefully. For as long as any Christian, liberal, or humanitarian tradition survives, the year 1968 will be remembered of implementing one aspect of its peacetime foreign policy. That peacetime foreign policy is one Nigeria, because the British, they are white people. They created Nigeria because a white man created Nigeria. Who is a black man to try and break it? The world cleverly forgot that there was no Nigeria before the white man came. There was no Nigeria before the British came. Nigeria was created by a white man, not by African people. Your ancestors did not create one Nigeria. Your forefathers did not create one Nigeria. It was a white man, Betule, that came and created one Nigeria. The British government at the time, under Harold Wilson's Labour Party, wanted to maintain this white supremacist approach. We are white people. How dare you black monkeys from Africa try to break something that we created? As I told you before, as I read yesterday from the scriptures, as Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land, British people did not know about it. Till tomorrow morning, ordinary British people don't know what their government did, because there was a blanket coverage all the way throughout. No independent media. People like the Spectator or the likes of Frederick Forsyth, who we are reporting, nobody was paying attention to them, because BBC decided that we must die. BBC said Biafran people must be killed. How dare you try to stop what we created in Black Africa? Who are you to create Biafra? We are God. Very few people in England have any awareness of the fact that their own country, Britain, was committing atrocity, mass murder in Black Africa. Like most Germans after the war, they will be able to say that they did not know what was being done in their name. British people don't know that their government was killing millions upon millions of people in Biafra land for the sake of the British, ordinary British, so they can be looked upon as God, that they are the creators of everything that they survey. Although photographs of the atrocities being perpetrated in Biafra have appeared in most newspapers, the general impression given by the captions and news coverage is that the children are starving to death as the result of famine brought about by the war. Lies did not begin today. Britain was going about covering their lies. But do you know that the reason why Biafra doesn't come up as a major genocide case is because Britain will be implicated in it? The same way that the world viewed Germans after the whole Nazi debacle is how the world would have viewed Britain. They don't want to be seen as mass killers. So they go about pretending. They go about suppressing the very fact that Biafrans were murdered in their millions. Who killed them? Britain, and go on. Here is irrefutable fact. This very article was written by a white man saying that their country was committing genocide. Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land. Britain is complicit in the death of millions of people in Biafra land, and even their own people know it. BBC will say, oh no, it is people are starving because of famine. We don't suffer from famine in Biafra land. We have rainy season. There is no famine. We have never had any famine in Biafra land before in our history. Never. All of a sudden, there is famine. Not a single newspaper has seen it fit. Even the Spectator was angry. This very white man writing was so upset as to what was happening. Not a single newspaper in England has seen fit to point out that the children are dying as a direct and intended result of a siege which is supported by the British government. When I told you that Britain enforced air, land and sea blockade, it's called a siege, you won't believe me. But here it is being confirmed by white people. This is an article written by a white man in a British newspaper as far back as 1968, reminding the British people that you people are here pretending you don't know what is happening. Your government is killing people in Biafra. Biafran people are dying as a direct result of the blockade of Biafra land by the British. It's very clear for the world to see. Very, very clear for the world to see. And they will pay the compensation for this. We are presenting to you this very evening the irrefutable fact and figures that we did not fight Hausa Fulani, they are nobody. We fought the British. The British enforced a very criminal air, land and sea blockade to stop us from getting food and arms during the war. But Britain was writing to Russia, asking Russia to provide arms to go on. Without the British, we will take over Hausa land in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we take it over. It's the British supporting them. And the evidence is here for the whole world to see. Everybody must have a copy of this. Very, very critical and important. So that when you look at Britain, you know that Britain are killers. When you look at the British government, you will know that they are murderers. The same way you view Adolf Hitler is how you should view a British government, because they are also killers.
It is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free, and then made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Simon Ekpa, instigate. Only Biafra now and they go for my. Biafra.
The only remedy for Biafrans is the United States of Biafra. Wherever you are, you must understand that the only remedy that we have is the United States of Biafra. Wherever you are, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Gabiama to pay attention to this program that I'm about to play. You are going to learn a lot from it. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Wherever you are, you can't afford to miss this program. You can't afford to miss any statement. This was the program that we had in the morning. It was very interesting and many people missed it. Please connect and bring someone else to join. Don't keep this message to yourself. The message that is coming is very important, and I bet you at the end of this program, you'll be glad you did. Let us watch and hear what transpired.
Ikwere people are Igbos. We are not from Benin. Even the late Oba of Benin wrote a book titled, I Remain, Sir, Your Obedient Servant. On page 19, he said he worked in the other districts and he came across the Ikweres and the Ches, who are typical Igbos. So if the custodian of the Benin heritage could on record say that the Ikweres and the Ches are typical Igbos, you are going behind to say you are Benin. Man is saying, no, you are Igbos. Nobody owns Igbo. And there is no superior Igbo. Neither is there an inferior Igbo.
Very important. This statement is very important. Nobody owns Igbo. There is nothing like superior Igbo, fake Igbo, or half Igbo. It doesn't exist. I have said this in many of my broadcasts. There is nothing like the people who come say I'm Delta Igbo. This one will say I'm Ijo Igbo. There is nobody that owns Igbo more than the other, and there is no fake and read Igbo. It's either you are Igbo or you're not. It is either you are Igbo or you're not. Every single one of us that are Igbo, know yourself and accept whom you are. This is what we must do.
Igbo has different language dialects. Ikwere is one of them. As a matter of fact, Ikwere is about the biggest. If you draw the census, Ikwere is the biggest language group in the entire Igbo land. One of our progenitors, late Senator Dr. Obiwale, whose son is here today, became minority leader of the Nigerian Senate. That was an Igbo slot, and it was given to him by his Igbo brothers. We are not begging, it's not a privilege for us to be Igbo. We are not trying to be Igbo. We are not looking for Igbo to protect us. We are Igbos. You can choose to say whatever you want to say. You can hold any opinion about Livingstone, but I dare you. I dare you. Whoever it is, I dare you. So you cannot, because of a post-war script and narrative, come here to undermine our identity. It is a colonial script to divide us, so we become diminished in the face of our neighbors. Our neighbors know our capacity. They know our courage. They know we are a global institution. That Igbos all over the world. Igbos all over the world. We are more than 80 million. I was talking to Chief Mike Okiro earlier on, and he was talking to me about a man called Njoku, who is from Kenya. And he mentioned to me a particular Theophilus Okiro, who was one time minister in the government of Kenya. Am I correct, sir? People have said, he's an Imo State man, and I asked, when he joined the police, did he join because he wanted to be IG and took reverse slots? At the time he was IG, we prided in this state that our son is the Inspector General of Police. And you're coming to say he's 75 and going. Today is this year is the 76th year on earth. What else? He has seen it all. We are not looking for endorsement. We are not looking for recommendation. We are not looking for acceptance. Africa survives on the strength of Ndibo. Africa survives on the strength of Ndibo. Every Ikwere man you see is an Igbo man. You can choose to deny it. Some of us have been denied several political privileges in this state on account of our stance. They have called us names, you can't trust them. Livingstone can't be trusted. You can't hold him, you can't control him. I'm not looking for anybody to control me or to trust me. Even Jesus Christ was not looking for reputation. But the fact is, I tell you to your face, that's why I say, I dare you. So as we go home, remember that the more than 80 million Igbos around the world are looking up to this arrangement here today for leadership. We are in Cuba. I went through the slave trade manifest, and I realized that Calabar was the largest slave port in Africa, and the largest slaves that were exported from Africa to the rest of the world are Ndibo. And we make up majority of most of the black nations, both in Northern America and other African little states, including Fiji and Haiti and the rest of them, Brazil. And we have very prominent sons. Bishop T.D. Jakes has traced his DNA up to Imo State. Oprah Winfrey, Buju Banton, Rihanna. You can even Bob Marley. We are not trying to claim it. It's not something we are not looking for an identity post. We are saying what it is. We are just like the Jews. Dele Farotimi says Igbos are the only ethnic group in Nigeria that can survive very well without the support of government. If we want to govern Nigeria, it's in our hands. But Igbos have to know what they are made of. You must know your onions. When you say Oha, Oyara, Wanneya, can we do that in reality? Can Igbos in Rivers State, this idea of domination, Igbo doesn't own Ikwere. Ikwere is part of Igbo. So you don't come from Anambra and say, so when you come here, you respect your Ikwere brother and his tradition. When I go to Nri, I respect my Nri brother and his tradition. That's the way it plays. You don't come here and exert any form of dominion or control. No. We are one. We are. I am because we are. Mbuntu. So we are one. When I see my Anambra brother, I am proud that Anambra has the highest number of billionaires in Nigeria. I am proud. When I go to Imo State, I am proud. When I go to Ebonyi, I am proud. When you come to River State, respect your brothers from Ahoda, from Onelga, from Ikwere, from Eche, from Omoma, from Oyibo, including those who are still in Eleme of Kalabari, including some parts of Bayelsa. And I told him that Ikwere has an extension in Obobo, even in Boni. That Ikwere, I was telling our brothers today, Urban Community Delta State, there is a kingdom called Eurein. There is a kingdom called Eurein in Delta State. They migrated from Elele. They have a first-class king. In fact, one of their sons is Dr. Samuel Ajobe, the one-time director of projects of NDDC, ED projects. And he confirmed to me I'm an Elele man, but we are in Delta State by virtue of migration. I wrote an article titled, Indeed, What is Bini about Ikwere? And I wrote another article titled, Igbo hates Ikwere. Igbo hates Ikwere, the dummy they sold to us. Captain Elechi Amadi was confronted by Chidi, Professor Chidi Oswago. Why do you hate Igbo? He said, no, I don't hate Igbo. I am Igbo, but what I wrote against was the attitude and the treatment from the Aron people. That was personal. We should not, because there is a project to de-Igbonize the riverine Igbo and make the hinterland Igbo see us as enemies. And so when we come here, we want to subdue them. You cannot. We will keep rising. Although some of us here who are holding on to our heritage may not be much, but we need the support of each other to steer this ship. And if our hinterland Igbo brothers do not show us the reciprocal love and brotherhood, the other Ikweres who are willing to hold on to this heritage will hold back because they feel you're not giving them the sufficient protection. There are some Igbo leaders in the past who drove this idea of hate and domination. And today we are finding it difficult to believe in each other. So there's a trust deficit. So it has to be a deliberate and a conscious commitment to bring about the Igbo structure so robust, so that, because Satan does not fight one who has no great destiny. The war against Igbo is because of the destiny of the Igbos. Our greatness is under attack. We are under existential threat because of the destiny we carry. So you must not see them as Ndi Ikwere and Ndi Soma. Ndi Igbo. When somebody comes and says, speak Igbo language, the other time in our meeting at a People's Club, they said, speak Igbo. I started speaking Ikwere. Yes, Ikwere is Igbo. And he got offended. He said, no, speak Igbo. I said, no. This is my own Igbo version. You can't impose another one on me. The time for peace and unity is now. So I want you to know that we are here not because we are looking for people to cling on to. We're here because God says we should be here. We did not choose to be here. God brought us here. We have our brothers all over the world. And I want to use this opportunity to call on all our brothers who are aspiring for this same office. Can we come to the round table? Our brother Tim Uche Okoko, Chief Fineface Amechi, Jackson Omenazo, and the other yet unknown persons. Let's all come on board. Every move to divide us is part of the strategy to destroy us. Let's not give room for it. It's not about Mike Okiro. It's not about me. You can choose to be anything under the 1999 Constitution, so-called. You can, by virtue of the right to freedom of association, choose to create any group. But you know, the more we create too many Igbo groups, the more we are not unified to fight our battles properly. There are too many. Everybody in Igbo land is a king. Everybody is king. It's killing us. It's killing us. Everybody is this. I won't care. Man, I know Yembo. I don't remember you. Please, I will rest my case here.
Thank you for listening. You have all heard it. You know, in this very speech was made during the Ohanese and whatever. Forget about where it was made and the Ohanese whatever. Forget it. We are trying to bring out the fact of whom we are and how we are supposed to treat each other, where we have fallen short, and how we have to return to whom we are. That is what we are after. We are not after the Ohanese, whatever, political, whatever they are doing there. Forget about that Ohanese vote you are seeing at the back and whatever. That's not what we are after. The speech that this guy made. And we are going to look into it and capture some of the things. Most of you have heard it, and I think I have my brother here. Akonyo Wetere is here with me. So my brother Akonyo Wetere, let's hear from you. Go ahead and give your word as we continue.
Thank you very much, Uncle Chooks. Good morning from my end.
Good morning, you're welcome.
There are so many things to say, but let me just say few now, while others that will join us later make their contribution. You know, I've always said that the trauma that we inherited from that 1967 to 70 civil war that we lost, which was not intentional, but when the obvious happened, Ojukwu had to bow out. It left us in limbo. There's one thing that Livingstone said. He said because of the story of the Civil War that is sold to them. When you listen to all this exposition, it will dawn on you to know that this war was a premeditated and well-written script that they used Gowon to be the actor, and immediately they had the script, two script. If we go into war with them, if we did not succeed in exterminating them, then they will surrender. When they surrender, we will partition them. We will divide them, cut them. When we cut them, we now bring our second plan. And that they succeeded in all. And while they succeeded, they left us with this damage that we are trying to clean up since 1999. That the struggle started again, picked up again. How do they succeed? The war that Igbos had, because just as our brother is saying, the war that Igbo nation had with so-called Nigeria was the Third World War. It was a war against the entirety of West, being headed by Britain, because they know us. When they were making their voyage, looking for land to conquer, our people engaged them for 30 years, from 1980 something till 1912. Because the war ended, it wasn't long. The amalgamation of northern and southern protectorate took place. So they could make war. At least within that period, they discovered that these people, they are too much. And while Ekumeniku war was ongoing, they sent their missionaries to come and decimate our people and introduce this current identity crisis that we are fighting. If somebody like me says that Christianity is our problem, a Christian brother will come that Christianity is not our problem, that this one, they left us with that one. That one became a chronic disease to us, a chronic disease. I'm not going that side. Now, after the war, they took away history. Not that people are not reading history, but had it been that history was much available in our educational curriculum, it will be versatile for everybody. It will be easy for, it won't be a something of choice. Even as it is a something of choice, it is up until when you get to university. But if to say history was much available, even though you do not have interest in history, you will get to know the basic of where the place you are coming from. They took it away. After taking it away, they now introduce that marginalization. The marginalization came when they've taken all our money and balanced my fathers with 20 pounds. Now, hunger was the weapon that you people used to win the war against the Biafra. Meaning that there is much hunger in the land already. Now, after the war, that you people supposed to let them have their money so that they can make purchase. People that have money can make purchase. There will be surplus in the land. You will inherit the money, which is a script that Britain wrote for them. You now left our people to survive. Among all the tribes in Nigeria, who are the most traveled? Tell me how our people traveled. Our people, immediately after the war, the opportunity to go to Europe, that was much easier. Our people struggled to travel. Many people, when they got there, our schools were destroyed. They found themselves into drug peddling, doing rubbish work. They succeeded in that. All the federal institutions that would drive our economy, they all relocated them to Abuja, to Lagos, to Port Harcourt. They succeeded in stripping all our people naked. And for the cost of us to survive, we start dabbling into many evil things that is still much with us today, that made them to write that script that they preach to our brothers in the riverine side. So the major problem that we are having in our land is identity crisis, and it has domiciled with our people, which is the thing that Nnamdi debunked, because his messages resonated with every indigenous person in Nigeria. Put Igbo by the side, his message resonated with all the Jukun people, the Bachamas, all the North, the West. He resonated with them. When Simon was preaching also, I've said it that in some of his programs that I'll be following up, people from West will call and say, we love what you are doing, your messages, his preaching. That means that what our PM was doing resonate with them. But our people, I won't blame them. At the time, I don't like blaming them. But I will be saying that this is what we need to be doing to resuscitate the minds of our people, put them on the map. This is what this Biafra we are talking of means. Now let me come down to the Igbo people that are at the forefront of this Biafra quest. When you go to the other camp, Ogenkele group, within their brothers, they are calling them Sabo, mapping some that will not come back, some that they will buy. And within the entirety of the Old Eastern region, we are being faced with identity crisis. Some groups are being told that this is not your brother. Now, inside us that have even accepted that we are Igbos, some group are still pointing finger that these ones are from Fulani, this one are from Hausa, this one cannot do it. But when the Hausa that you are attributing us to want to look, when they are looking at us, they see us as what? One people. They see us as Igbo. Nnamdi told us, Simon did it. Now there's no the fact is not even far-fetched. What happened at Urumi supposed to be a pointer, an indicator for everyone to know that the people we are trying to side with, to denigrate others, that the way they see us as what? As Igbos. When we are now being endued with this knowledge, you will then know that unity is what will get us out of the contraption. So that's why I always say that the war, it dealt with us. And look at how long, how the many years that this destruction has stretched. For us to debunk it, it has to be something that everybody will take upon himself. As you are preaching, you have your followers. Let me say, as Van is preaching, he has his own followers. That is life. Freedom of what? Choice. You can choose. People choose with. If Van will dedicate his time to be doing exposition, telling our people the reason we need to be one, how all this error started. Do you know that what happened during the time Nnamdi was preaching would have been what everybody will know? Because when you come across messages like this, you now flip it to what is happening in Nigeria. You will now have. But now something is happening in Nigeria. When those ones look helpless, they turn back. They now see you that they're supposed to call their bigger brother, messing up yourself. They will say, no, I will not run from one masquerade on the village square and now enter inside the house where they are hitting the masquerade. That's what is happening. So it is not our fault. It has happened. How are we going to correct the errors? By doing this. These are brother telling people, telling the query. And these are the things that the system called Nigeria, that I do say that Fulani is not our problem. It's the system called Nigeria that is our problem. And those systems, they are playing ahead of us. They pick Wike when they called them up to Abuja. Just as our leader said yesterday, they told him, when you go to Obibo, kill people and prove to us that you are with us. The man is saying that because of his stance, he has not been able to get any offer politically from River State that he's from. Because they say, this one is a threat to us. It's like this one is beginning to know the truth. When Nnamdi said that it is only the truth that will destroy Nigeria, we think it is about exposing Obasanjo. So exposing Obasanjo is not the truth. This is the main truth. The day that all of us defy this identity crisis that we are fighting, that is the truth. We will come as a block, and Nigeria will cease to exist. We'll be able to chase all those people that they have buy over. Them, P2B them, all of them. They will have no space again. That they are still reigning supreme is because we have not known who we are. and outsiders know us more than we know ourselves. Something happened at Uromi. They have flipped it in several ways. They started by the Igbos killed our people. The Igbos living at Uromi. Even one foolish woman from Benin came out online to say that the Esan people and the Uromi people, that they are not original Benin, that they are from Igbos, that Benin people cannot do jungle justice. Is it not foolishness? But I thank God, one thing that gives me joy, that makes me to be happy, for the fact that all the things that Nnamdi said is playing one after the other serially. I am very much happy. And that is why I do say the thing we need to do is to resort into building strong institution, guarding this USB with all that we have. Because when the zoo will scatter tomorrow, we will have where to fall back immediately. Because some that are calling for war, destruction, woto. But within you, you are power monger. There's no place to fall on if the destruction comes. Because when, according to Bible story, when Noah was building the ark, people were mocking him. Up until God told him that it is time, all of them walk into the ark, destruction come. If to say when the creator of the universe beckoned on Noah, that Noah did not accept to have a plan for tomorrow, that rain, that fountain that knocked the water from beneath the earth and above, that shook the whole universe, Noah will be among the people that will be destroyed. Since they've succeeded, identity crisis have succeeded in destroying Nnamdi, destroyed Simon. Let us not let identity crisis destroy us. Let's tell our people who we are. Let's tell our people what the Biafra we are fighting for, what it means. Because Biafra, what it means to us is not what Biafra means to the Westerners. They are talking about terrorism, threat to us. They see, if not that it will be foolishness of them, the United Nations, they will tell you that Biafra is the highest threat they will face, and that is how they see us, because they know the day we defy this identity crisis and actualize Biafra, that greatest exodus will happen in Europe. In a space of 10 or 20 years, best brains in Europe will leave Europe. Our brother made mention of TDJs, all these people we call. Do you think that is not, they don't have the feeling of coming back? But when they get on their phone and see what is happening, why are they coming back? Nigeria, we have a somebody that have lived a good life, or you want him to come back and rub himself on the mud again? No. But the day we come, just as our leader said that day and night for 72 years, we used to build our country. You will see people will come. When I was reading Bible, I studied this Garden of Eden. When I studied this Garden of Eden, I've not asked anybody this question. And I discovered those rivers that flow like this, doing good, doing this, doing that. I went back to geography, the little one I did study. I checked Europe. I now check the entirety of African continent. I say that Africa is this Garden of Eden, because all the things that Bible made mention of that is found in Garden of Eden, all of it are in Africa. So why are we now suffering? And Bible said that a place cherub, that nobody can enter the garden again, and archaeologists have never been able to discover where the garden is. So all these things the European people, they studied us. There's popular things that we do, popular things that we always say that when they came, they met us as a Democrat, that we are practicing democracy. And they took it from us and went back to their place and redefine it and modify it and now selling it back to us. We are the real people. Let our people know where we are coming from, who we are, and rip ourselves off of this identity crisis. Spread the
Thank you,
message.
Akonya, with round it up so that others can.
Spread the message so that our children, people of my age, people that are to be born, we know that this is the reason why we have to own our country, own our freedom. That is what will give us what we are looking for, not to be fighting each other, calling each other names. That's the little thing that I will say this morning. I yield here.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that very line of thought. Let's go to our beloved sister Ojugo. Go ahead, my sister Ojugo. I believe you were watching the video on the background when I played that video. You saw it, and just make a contribution or any other line of thought you have. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Mr. Chief, good morning, and all my brothers in the house and those on the chat line. Good morning, everyone. We thank God today, and we glorify Him for giving us life and another opportunity to learn and grow. You know. So with that being said, I listened to that man, trying to educate our people of whom they are, in case they have forgotten or in case their father and grandfather didn't teach them well. Because the other time, I don't know if it's on your program that I saw them doing protest that they are not Igbo, you know. And when he was talking, he gave an example of he went somewhere and they were speaking Igbo language and somebody said speak correct Igbo. That's nothing like correct Igbo.
Exactly.
We don't have anything like that. But what we have, like when I did Igbo at school, we have what is called central. That's in terms of writing a book. Because if you come to, like I was born and brought up at Onitsha, we speak Ife, Pa, that's not central Igbo either. That's not central Igbo either,
Yeah.
So, it's like when I'm talking with somebody from Enugu, and then I'll tell the person to speak like me. Now, if you listen well, you will understand everything the person is saying. And what don't you understand? You ask, because even English, and when somebody gets to make a sentence in English, you don't comprehend it very well. You don't understand it very well. You still have to ask, please,
Exactly.
explain. So that doesn't differentiate us from being Igbo or not being Igbo or being superior. Nobody is superior when it comes to Igbo language. Nobody. Because only Anambra now, so artists to Anambra now. Only Imo will understand it, but all gonna sound funny in your ear. It's everywhere, anyway. It's like people in America here. If you're from the South, they will know you're from the South because of the way you speak your own English. They will know. Those from the North side will know that you're from the South. And even we that are here, we speak English, right? But they will still ask you, you have an accent, And we're all speaking English, but they will still tell you that you have an accent. And then I will say, you have an accent for me too, right? Because
That's right.
I'm trying to understand you as you are trying to understand me, even though we're all speaking English. It's the same for every language. When I was at the University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt, my friend from Echi, when we're in the class and we don't want somebody to know, we speak Igbo. And he speaks his own dialect. And we understand each other. Very clear Igbo. So there's nothing like, I think maybe they themselves are feeling inferior. I think that sometimes that's part of the problem when people are feeling inferior of the way they think their own Igbo sound. And then instead of them to know that it's normal, I'm thinking now, they are typically Igbos. Happy with them. I can even understand the Kureman than Onyafi.
Exactly.
This is not what I mean, but still, that it doesn't make them to feel that inferior. You know, so all this, but I don't know. There's still that seed of, one man and one near.
Yeah.
But I hope in one way or the other, we will come to understand. Maybe with these things going on now, because if I ask you, Ebo dike, I see what dike, Ebo dike, but Ebo dike, when things start happening, they start looking. What do you have to do? You fall back to your family. It's the same thing happen. Like there are some people in the family that when they get married, oh, maybe their husband is rich. Oh, it's just all about that. They don't look at their family anymore.
Mm.
But when something happens to you there, where do you fall back? To your family. You still fall back to that family. So it's the same thing that is going on. When something starts happening, you see, Asari was calling the Igbos, was regretting Nanda Kalu told him, but he didn't listen. Look at it. So hopefully with the preaching and the talk, and maybe with incident happening, because more is gonna happen. More is gonna happen. Those people, they're getting themselves ready for retaliation. And they will retaliate. You know how they retaliate. Because they don't know what it's like. So we're gonna come together. How we're gonna come together, I have no idea. But by special grace of God, sometimes we learn in a hard way. Maybe that's how we're gonna learn. So come together and fight this fight once and for all. If I'm with you, speak your language. I speak mine. We understand each other. If I don't understand, then drag a second because could it be for a day? Even ordinary Ubuta that is in Imo State.
Mm.
There is some words that they will call. You won't even know that is this like.
That's true.
Thank you. For them to say Dalo. There's something they call it. Even if it doesn't, you won't even know that it's Igbo language at all. So it's everybody. We all have all the different tongues that will say things and understand things. That does not make you superior or not superior. Only on it only mistake and not church. Yes, to show you that on it you think is superior is not superior.
Exactly.
Yeah? So it's all one language and nothing more, nothing less. We're all one. And we hope that in one way or the other, we'll come back together. The prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu, I keep emphasizing of that, none that will go by without pattern. None. It will all come to fulfillment. None. So thank you, my brother Chicks, and every other person in the house. I'm getting ready for work and I'll be listening too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. We appreciate you for spending that time with us. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. The next person will be our beloved brother Max. But before our brother Max takes the stage, let's hear this message of Mazen Nandeka in support of that previous video that we just watched.
Concerning these people that said, the Ikwere people that said they are not Igbo.
No, not Ikwere people. No. Don't say that, please. Ikwere people did not say they are not Igbo. It is only Wike, those raised with money from abandoned property. It is guilty conscience that is pursuing them. Wike needed to deny his Igbo identity in order to serve his Fulani masters very, very well. Wike knows that he's an Igbo man, but he is ravaged by guilty conscience. Some of them, their fathers stole properties that didn't belong to them. And in our land, it's a taboo. In Igbo land, in Igbo culture, it is a taboo for you to steal landed property belonging to your brother, your cousin, or your sister. For them to shield themselves from the ravages of guilt, they said they are not Igbo. Of course, Ikwere is Igbo. Have you not seen the new state creation that they are touting all over the place, the Fulani Janjaweed? They want to create a state comprising of Ikwere people, as well as those of them they took from Omok, which are Igbo people, into a new state. Do not despair. No Ikwere person, no sensible Ikwere man said he is not Igbo. Let me tell you what has been happening in the zoo and what they do very cleverly. Before now, when the Yoruba media was against us in line with the Janjaweed, they magnify what idiots like Wike say. What ordinary people are. Anytime you say, I am Ikwere, I'm Igbo, nobody will publish it. But if you say, I am Ikwere, I'm not Igbo, every paper will carry it. That is why it is always very good for us to read between the lines. Forget about the noise making of a few empty barrels, like Wike, and listen to the voice of reason of other well-meaning Ikwere sons and daughters. They know they're Igbo. Everybody knows this very clearly. Some of them claim they are from Igodo. I don't dispute that. But Igodo is also Igbo land.
Yes, answer the question, because I see no reason why someone that speaks Igbo, that do everything like Igbo, will begin to deny his identity.
When you lose a war, it is always like that. When you lose a war, it's always like that. We fought a war of attrition for 3 years. The Fulani Janjaweed came and gave biscuit and chewing gum and tobacco to some people, and kai hot drink to some people, and say, one Nigeria. If you don't say you are one Nigeria, will kill you. I had a good brother of ours from America speak to me. And then he told me, this is a so-called Delta or Delta Igbo. He told me that they're from Uri. His father was the traditional ruler of his people. Every year, Ezenri will come to their village and sprinkle clay on the ground. They're from Uri. That is the way it is. Till tomorrow morning, we know who we are. Those who claiming they are not Igbo, they're living in denial. And I go as far as saying that everybody is Igbo. If you're a Joe, if you're a Bibio, and I say it clearly, go back and interpret it however way you want it to be interpreted. The truth stands eternal. And I keep saying to them, are you doubting me? That all of us are Igbo? One that doubted me a few days ago, I said to him, go back to Google and Google the word Ibibio. After he Googled the word Ibibio, I asked him, please read to me what you can see. He said, related to Igbo. I asked him to Google Efik. He Googled Efik. What can you see? Efik and Ibibio are one, both are related to Igbo. I asked him to Google a job. He Googled a job. I asked him, read to me what you can see. He saw a job related to Igbo. I said to him, do you want us to continue? He said, no, he's seen enough. And that was it. That is the truth. We are all one people. That is why instigate came. That is why if you go to Abreba today, they speak the same language, or more or less, with the Bibio people. If you go to a Jagam, there is no difference between a Jagam and Arochupu. It is the same thing. That is why instigate came from there. Instigate is a uniting form of writing that binds the whole of Biafra together. If you go to places like Ihiala, if you go to Ihiala today, to Obulisuzo, do you know where they came from? They came from Igodo land. Obulisuzo, you see today in Ihiala, their ancestral home is Igodo. Why are we deceiving ourselves? As I said before, once your mother ties two-piece wrapper, you are one of us.
Thank you so much. You have heard that message. Just to support the other video of our brother who was talking there. So, my brother Max, please, before you come in, I think we have somebody who is joining us for the very first time. Let's allow him. Let's hear from him. Please, my brother Max, take an excuse from you. Let's allow Dibia. I see Dibia. Is that Dibia? Dibia, go ahead and speak to us, Dibia. Let's hear you. Unmute yourself, Dibia.
Unmute.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear
I am trying.
I can hear you
Hello?
now. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Good morning, my brothers and my able people in the studio. I thank each and every one of us. Thank you, Brachus. I thank you for everything. This is the first time joining us in a public chat like this. N'ikwu eziokwu, ana m ekene anyị niile na mbọ anyị niile anyị na-agba na nwere onwe. Ana m ekele gị ma choose ị na-agbalị too much. I say, may God be your strength in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
We always like to join us because I don't know na ihe gbasara techniques. Now this is when I believe wire I know abanye. So I like the topic and the move. Even my brother from Ikpere who have spoken, if not an always politician, only 18 years na he will get a long way based on his otoshiri kwoku na nkọwa ya na ihe niile Igbo ofu Igbo enwede nkewa no ndị kwere ife ihe ha na-erite na anya ha na-arachata n'ọnụ na-ezo onwe ha ezo ọ dịkasị na o nwere ihe dị iche nwere ihe dị iche mana believe site na mana Chukwu Nnamdi Kalu, our leader, and Sam Ekpa, our prime minister, have proved to us that we are one, and by the grace of God, all we redress all these issues. When you're on a man left, a man right here. So we thank God for the brother's life. I also want to remember the area I shiri nwo nkawa n'onwe anyị n'ikwu eziokwu naanị odo echiche onye adị njọ n'echiche nke m. This is three set of people kewara ihe anyị na-eme because of ọchịchọ obunobi ha, ọchịchọ nke obunobi ha. Asị m kwuo na nke m jiri wụrụ n'echiche nke m, ana m ekwu na mmadụ atọ achọrọ Biafra. Ha bụga onwe anyị na-ama n'elu social media. Because ọ na-achọ Biafra, whatever that will stop Biafra will be against you and you will be against that.
Yes.
I see no reason why right from beginning right from the one Hashir and Gaza or raise a council or fundraising for this Hemenka. My word to my state will not differ. If at all now these people to Biafra and the why must they go on with it? Which means because if you thought I to Biafra, and up to tomorrow, how would the one village neighbor had a genocide? I told my de facto governor then that India actually Biafra, and up to tomorrow actually Biafra. So I want to let check make I need a even some people now ka dikoton in a dikoton with onye natural here nacho. It is impossible. Nke ha jene kewa the angel line. Now ọwụrụ na anyị na n'ịchọrọ mmetọ nwere nwaanyị na-achọ ọdịnye mkpa and ịghọta ihe a na-achọ ị na-agala ihu na-ekewa ndị angel anyị nwụrụ ịma ama na how the defense because immediately ekewara anyị nwere declare Biafra. Two things remain the recognition and defense of the land.
Yes.
And then you go on disorganizing the defense of the land. Those are the best are not rule. The only people that propagate that move of defense at home with the angels. And again, Biafra, you go home and disorganize them. Stop all the defense. Ngozi on his own and his team up to tomorrow is moving higher on the issue of recognition, which they're supposed to do. The defense is at home. And they went on, they went home, divide and destroy the defense. I want to put it to my own decision, because in the Igbo na Tennessee, I don't know, because in Gidowa, Idobia, and in Gidobi is so children, and Gizo Choma's. So even if I told now I got together today, Chicago Rofu, I can name your hand because I can have Samantha or Shinopong the Kokwano. In your put any chance of money. So the truth still remains that Obadi Nam and here they make action now. Kabiakatono, Haga ordinary member like me. Because when somebody like the government get a lab move in government, you're not gonna talk start in Medina. Many of us, I want also direct to many of us, Nekoku na defense, Nekoku Magande or angels. Whatever might be the case, right from the one. You know, go obodo zuano. Now we're na government onye ọzọ wụrụ ọchịchị. What's anyị niile gbasara ndị uniform niile. Ọchịchị ha niile n'ọrụ. Kịtịma ihe nwetala owere sergeant from ọmama na onye nke ya bulie ya enu retire ndị ọzọ niile. The reason of that was ọchọdụ onye ga-agba gọọmenti okwu.
Loyalty, yes.
The reason of doing that, there's no how somebody who is not loyal to you, you can work with him in government. He cannot work. So, any government that will move and recognize and go on with somebody who is not loyal to your government, he cannot work. That is not how it can work. So, this is different from their topic. So, we have only one government. And this one government, it is only them that believe in that government will move on with the government. The government, I need a Biafra. Is like ordinary person. Don't go and it cannot work because you're not part of the government. Oh, see, and so happening for another 2 years or 4 years, and they can that is politics for you, and that is government for you. So, the more than the Biafra niile gba gburugburu ebe ọbụla anyị nọ nwụọ onye ọbụla jisie ike na-enye nwaanyị aka ọbụla anyị pụrụ inye ya. I remember that I told them one time in Madifato, na ọ bụrụ na nwaanyị ada na ọnwụ nụkwadara ya ndị niile na-eme ya na nwaanyị a feluo iru ebe o kwesịrị iru ọnwụ nụkwadara ya, because unu ga-enye gọọmenti, he cannot move alone, he cannot climb the step alone. I wouldn't get in mad and Bobo Jarian in a new to the Bobe, Koda. So we must try in one way or the other to support Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, to move her, to move the government her. Always you go on what the government will make it is impossible. But because of the love of what we are looking for, even if you don't understand, I need support, I need tomorrow. I need move until I want to hear the lecture. I want to hear the lecture. Lamba, they know the politics, you as well politics. Yes, without the politics. Yes, going to what are the politics? So when you bring a politics, is getting it wrong. is getting it wrong. Those three wise foolish people and their followers, they must know. I'm very sorry for using this word foolish, and they're foolish. They are wise foolish set of people. But the answer will na ha ga ajụjụ onye ọbụla ma ha jụọ ha ọ gịnị ka unu na-achọ unu sa achọ nwere onwe ọdụnụ sa achọ nwere onwe ọ gịnị ka unu ji agasị ya ka unu na-aghọtara na ngasị aka unu na-agasị ya. So ndị niile na-eso ha okwu ntode ngwụ today emọdụ onye na-anụ maka DOS anana and ndị niile ndị ọga si na mkpụrụ Samuel Ekpa aha amụrụ dị aha na-akpọtụpụrụ Samuel Ekpa. This set of people ndị niile pụtakwara niile n'oge nke DOS ahụ zute anyị ma ndị ofe egbu ha ma ka ha niile anana. Now this particular set of people apụta at this present time I forget a lot of people including my de facto government and the local county. I move myself from the platform because I know the hassle. And move and move is the platform or they can see now Adam now that instead of a challenge, it cannot work. So what I did is to move myself out of them. Because if the person not at this my age, it cannot work. So it will not be how we're gonna na ha chọrọ Biafra. That is the answer. And la ha chọrọ onye na-enye ha ndụmọdụ onye na-agba ha okwu ghọta na ndị anyị na ha bụla emekọ ihe owu ndị na-achọrọ ihe anyị na-achọ. And ndị na-achọrọ ihe ahụ anyị na-achọ nke na-eso ha ị ga-eji nwayọọ ile-eso ha o mere ka onye na mmụọ na-erikọ nri ọ ga-eji ngaji ogologo. Ị ga-eji ngaji ogologo ọ ghọta ya ka ogbuo ni. So any good move you make would for them to use it as propaganda and destroy you tomorrow. So onye ọbụla bụ onye na-eso ha na onye ọbụla bụ onye na-atụkwunye ha okwu na onye ọbụla bụ onye na-anya ha ndụmọdụ ghọta na ndị a ihe anyị na-achọ dị iche na ha na-achọ. Ha na-achọ ego, ha na-achọ isi, ha na-achọ positions, mana ihe anyị chọrọ ọwụ nwere onwe. This threatens dị iche. Ama na ị na-agụta ndị na-ekwu
eziokwu a na-atụ
ama m na these people chọrọ ihe ọchịchọ dịka anyị nwere nwaanyị chọkwa ihe ọchịchọ. Ha na-achọ ego, na-achọ isi, na-achọ political such a thing. Mana anyị ma chọrọ nwere onwe. So ọchịchọ nke anyị na ọchịchọ nke ha ụdị ofu. Ọ eziokwu na ofu umbrella Biafra. But the truth ọchịchọ nke ha dị iche ọchịchọ nke anyị.
Oh, I think he's stuck. I think the network is now troubling him. We appreciate you so much, Mwachineke. You have just given us a very wonderful speech, and we would like to hear more from you. Anytime you have time, you can join us on this platform. This platform belongs to every one of us. So whenever you have the time or the opportunity, you can equally join us and continue to preach this gospel. It is a pity that the network could not allow him to conclude. But nevertheless, we are here and we'll always be here, and we will continue to preach this gospel and reach out to everyone. My brother Max, are you there? Are you there, Max? You are still Steve. Mask is out also. Bro Greg, are you there? Are you there, Bro Greg?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead until they come back.
Thank you, my brother.
You're welcome.
My greetings to my Biafra family all over the world. Yes, almost give respect to who respect is due. As we greet our brother and our leader, Mazin Namdekanu, we greet our able PM, Simon Ekpa, and my respect to Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, and all the men in the cabinet and the media people. May the hand of God be upon you people and sustain you and protect you. Yes. I watched the clip about our brothers in the other side of the river. It is a pity that a son is saying that nobody can tell me who my father is. It's a pity that Biafra, and in that Biafra, some Igbo tribe of it, because of the things to gain in Nigeria, because of the political appointment, because of the profit they want to make, because they want to steal from their family, they deny their father's name. So it's a shame that those kind of things can happen. But on the other side, I feel joy, see many of them coming back to say, I am Igbo and nobody is more Igbo than another person. The Nsukka man is not more Igbo than Owerri man. Owerri man is not more Igbo than Ikwere man. And Ikwere man is not more Igbo than Anambra man. And so it is to every place that they have Igbo language, and no matter the dialect. So, because, when they are talking about the Igbo and the dialect that is in Igbo, I myself that is been from old Imo State, from Olu, Biafra State, where somebody from Owerri State sometimes speak, honestly, I don't understand everything that Owerri State man will speak as an Igbo man. But, and if Abakaliki speak, I dare hear. If Nsukka speak, very few. Even to this, my sister is married in Udi. If I go to Udi, when they speak the typical Udi, sometimes I don't understand it very well. So, and that doesn't mean that they are not Igbo. They are Igbos. That is how it is. So, but because of the Nigerian Biafran war, many of them denied not being Igbo. And the same thing is what is coming up now to play again. In just 2 weeks ago, an Uromi man or Uromi people try to defend themselves because the Fulani want to kill them. And they defend themselves, and it happened that they killed those people who came along their place indirectly to kill them. And what did the Fulanis do? The Fulanis said, it is the Igbos. It is the Igbos. And now, we are fighting this battle now together and saying, no, this is Uromi is Biafra. And nobody can define us. And we are saying that Uromis have the power and authority to defend themselves. And so maybe after the battle and everything gets well, and they see themselves, maybe they feel that the Fulanis will not attack them tomorrow. You will see some of them start telling you again, no, we are not in the Igbo. We have nothing to do with the Igbo people. But now, it is position of death and life. Everybody is answering Igbo, whether you like it or you don't like it. But when you come in the position to share something that is good, then everybody will deny Igbo will be on their own. Then you ask yourself the question, if I were from these 5 states, how would I feel? And the problem we have in black race is this. It's too much pride and arrogance. If you remember 2000, when was that? It should be under 2000 and what? When what do you call him? The President Trump, the first election of President Trump with Hillary Clinton. There was many prophecy that TB Joshua was still alive. TB Joshua come out and prophesy that a woman will win. Many prophets say it will be Hillary Clinton. So when the election came out, it happened that Trump won the election. And one American prophet come out and said, come to his church the first day, and he said, I am sorry, I get it wrong. My prophecy was not accurate. He kneeled and said sorry to his church. I watched it in YouTube. And then the next thing, TB Joshua stand gidibam. I'm telling you that no, it was supposed to be woman, but something was like this, it was like that, it was like that. When American have said to his church, I am sorry, but he cannot get it in Africa. And that is what we are suffering in today between Ogenkere and his gangs. When somebody got something wrong, and you have to sit back and look, and if you know that what you did is wrong, no matter how powerful you think you are, you go on your knees and say, I am sorry. I got it wrong. Let us move forward. And you will see, then everything will move to the Rama direction. That is what I expected our brothers Ikwere to do. Because many of them stand on the blood of their brothers' property till today. And that is what is killing this week today. Because he knew probably his family inherited those things that he could not come out and say, I am sorry. That this is my brother's property, we take it, it was wrong. So that is what we are suffering in Africa. Pride, even when you are nobody. So that is by the way. So if any of them are coming back, they must be welcomed. And with open eye to tell them, no Igbo is more bigger and stronger and richer and wiser than another person. Because this division is in our blood, even to today. When you come to, there was a time I went home, And there's people who were doing something for us. I said, there was one day saying it's about click. I warned that guy. I said, anytime you say this thing again, I will from here kick you away. So you don't tell me in this, you are not, are you better than every other person from that place? So why must you try to put people, your brothers down? So that kind of language, but to the point we are fighting is for us to get Biafra first. If Biafra come, those things is what the law can handle on its own. It will see it, it will die totally. This place we are living, anywhere you are born is where you came from. If they born you here in this state, that state is where you came from. That is your origin, where you were born. So if Biafra comes, if an Igbo man is born in Uromi, he is an Uromi from Uromi. If a Uromi man is born in Owerri, he is from Owerri. That is where he is born. That is his typical origin. There will be nothing like those things they used to use in Nigeria. Your state of origin, and that is one thing that is destroyed that country totally, because they don't want you to be the origin of their place, but they want your tax, they want your money, they want your suffering, they want anything that you do. And that is why you see them destroying the Igbo property in Lagos. Because they tell them, you cannot come to Lagos here and tell us what to do. You have no right in Lagos. If you are residing in Lagos, you are residing in Lagos because we tolerated you. You tolerated somebody in his own country. The country you are sharing together with him, and you are telling him that we tolerated him. Even those we are born in Lagos. You tolerated somebody, even his mother is an Igbo and his father is Yoruba. He came and want to come out for to contest as the governorship in Lagos State, and you tell him that he is not a Yoruba. Why must he come to Lagos to campaign? He is an Igbo, he should go to Owerri or Anambra, that is where he is from, because his mother is from that place, and therefore he cannot rule Lagos State. So, all those things are because they are deceiving themselves. So, if by God's grace we are able to defeat this evil country, Nigeria, and get our 100% freedom, those things cannot happen in our land. Anywhere you were born is where you came from. It cannot be that Soludo will be telling you those people who are committing all this crime here, none of them is from Anambra State. Soludo is a divider and a killer. The same thing goes to the former Abia State, who drove a lot of people out from Abia State when he was governor, and tell them that they're from Imo State, this one from Anambra State. Even people who were working in the government position, he drove them, all of them, and let them go to their state of origin, even in Igbo land. So that is evil. That is evil. So those kind of things cannot be tolerated by special grace of God when Biafra is 100% balanced as a country. We cannot accept it. So my calling today is to encourage my people, the Biafrans, wherever you are, if you are in Boni, if you are in Uromi, stand the bam and fight to defend the land. Simon Ekpa said, no, not even an inch of Biafra land will be left alone to the Nigerian government. Nnamdi Kanu said the same thing. Not an inch can Biafra live for any other land. We will not accept it. So every Biafra must stand up and do the needful so that our land will be secured. Thank you, and let me give chance to other people.
Thank you so much. Bro Max, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Go ahead, Bro Max.
Thank you so much. I'm running out of battery. That was a heavy downpour yesterday, so our lights are off, and they've been calling to ask us You see how Ghana is. the company, the energy company, is sending circulars and calling people, sending messages, apologizing that they are working on it and they will restore it any moment from now. That is my own country. They won't tell you. They won't tell you to go and do your work.
No,
Maazị ị ga-enwe lọgụ sị ị ga-enwe ndị na-asụ gị sọrị na-ewere ọkụ na-enyere ewere ọkụ ha bịa ha gbagara gị ghara gị kwụkwọ ụgwọ na
I'm telling you.
Nigeria was the NEPA bill agbanyere anyị ọkụ. Agbanye anyị taa from eti. Idebe we NEPA bill gị nwanne echi. Ọ bụ na ha gọbụ n'ịkwụ ụgwọ egbubie waya.
You see,
Nigeria na-ebubi waya ebe ọkụ adịghị sef, even without the light.
I'm telling you, move the wire, chere wire la.
Now the latest is if you want to connect NEPA, if you're building a new this you want to get NEPA what do you call it meter. So when you come, you pay the 2 months upfront
in advance.
In advance.
Hey,
you pay for that meter almost 150,000 naira. You pay another 20-something thousand naira. So if you are taking a meter, maybe if your house is about up to 4 flats, apartments, or whatever, so you will be paying each of your flats, or you have stores, each of the store, you will be paying there nearly 200,000 naira for you to be connected light. Not light that doesn't work. And then that is your pole is your business. You have to go and buy your pole. That is your business. The wire that is your own business. Now you know how you want to get the wire. Then when you get the wire and the pole, then they call it.
Like 2-3 months or 4-5 before the meter.
See, I will quite the same thing na Ghana. See, I will the same thing, but in Keba Diche. Kita, as we speak right now, we are saying no to it, and the government is listening. I'm telling you the truth. You cannot use a measure of, a meter is a measuring instrument owned by the supplying company.
Of course.
To measure the energy that they are supplying to you and how much you are going to pay. We don't supposed to pay for it. It is your property. It is the government property. It is the company's property. You are using it to measure the kilowatts that I consume and what I should pay. And if you look at my own place here, I have my own prepaid meter. What I consume is what I pay. If I like, I switch everything off because the light will be here for more than 2 months, some places 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, you know, go off. Unless there is serious damage. And even if it's going to go off, even water self, if they want to fix any major repair or maintenance repair, they will first of all tell you, we are going to do so, carry out a routine maintenance repair on this particular line. This place, and so place will not have water for 3 days. We ask you to use 2 days to fetch water and store that will be able to last for you for 3 days until the water is restored. That is how Ghana do things. I'm not telling you that there are no, horrible things that are happening. I'm telling you, they value you as a human being. We don't value cows. We value, even if the president make any inflammatory statement against the tiniest indigenous ethnic group in this country, he will be called out immediately and rebuked. We go and check. We've gone back. You see this idiocy, this that is going on in that zoo cannot happen anywhere here. If our politicians want to see, they'll be looking at their back if somebody's watching them. As I'm talking to you, there are scandals and investigations are going on. In the ECG, there are scandals that are going on there. My people, you see, when you have, there is no system that is perfect. But when you have the operators of those systems that you try to maintain and make it work, and they are destroying it, then you are going to have a collapse system. That is what it is. That is the reason why they will come, they will not give you light, they will force you to pay estimated billing. And Nigerians are paying. Who will pay estimated billing in Ghana? Who are you? You are giving us, you can't give me light and you are giving me estimated billing. Hey, it be that day where you go resign, or they will chase you out of that place, and they will chase you out using the system itself. Anyway, that is just by the way. Mazi Chooks, I salute you, all my brothers and sisters in the comment section. I salute each and every one of you. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to bless you for the great work that you are doing. Let me tell you also that the restoration, the recognition, the international effort, the effort that you are making for the United States of Biafra to be recognized internationally is like mmiri dọrọ n'ite ọ dọwara nwankịta. Mazi Chooks, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. Mmiri dọrọ n'ite dọrọ n'ezi dọrọ nwankịta. It is we that are going to drink that water, no other person. Americans cannot come and drink the water for us or take it away from us or dispose the water. We, the Biafran people, are the people that are going to sip or drink from that water. Or if the water is not good, then we throw it away. So anything that we are going to do, we must do it with our heart and with the strength that God has given to us, because it is something that has to be done. If it is not done, we are doomed as a person, as a people. Coming to do not give into this their smear campaign. They started smear campaign from God knows when. I don't know when. Even when our women, Aba market women, rioted, there were some people that were still doing smear campaign on them, carrying out propaganda. Oh, women, what they are going to do? It's true that we didn't hear it, but there are people that were against them, you know, fighting for what they believe was right. And that thing today, the whole people that were affected are now benefiting from it. That was Aba market women, the great daughters of Biafra land as at that time. So don't fear about smear campaign. Go to my timeline on X, go and see the humongous, you know, the heaps of attacks that they are giving me. People that were raising me up those days, shouting, oh, okay. They are the same people that are calling me saboteur, agent of the Nigerian government that worked with the army before, this and this and this, and they planted to come and destroy this and this. I don't care. As long as my heart is geared towards fighting, supporting you to fight, I will do it. God bear my witness. And I make this solemn, you know, promise. If need be that our people will come back home to carry the walking sticks and the granite to defend that land, you will count me. Among the first 100, I will be among them, because if I fail to do that and my mother's land is taken away from them, just like the Hausa land has been taken away from them, their cultural, their tradition, everything has been taken away from them, it will affect me. it will affect me drastically. It will affect me horribly. So that is the reason why I do what I do, and to save the life and the dignity of that land where I was brought up for 32 years. That is my land. That is my mother's land. The video you play, there is an adage. Ihe ọwụ na ọsọ kwara oke osisi ya nọrọ n'ofe mmiri ọ n'ime mmiri ọ yara aghọ agụ iyi. No matter how long it took a log of wood to remain in the water, it can never turn to a crocodile. There are reasons for what these people are doing. You know, Mazi Chus, we discussed this issue in Linda TV space some time ago, years ago. I told them, I say, it is the fault of the Ohanes indeed. I said this. The reason why these things are happening, Ikwere man will wake up and stupidly tell you that I am not Igbo. If you go to Aba State, Abangwa, from Okwa East, Okwa West, to Oyibo, Olibo, Amibo, it's not far. With bicycle, we do enter there. If you pass through Ovom, you are entering Opobo. Opobo, from Ovom, you enter Opobo. We'll go there to go and fetch firewood. We speak the same thing, but there is some kind of dialectical differences in it. But no matter what an Ikwere man speaks, I will understand. I will understand. How do you want an idiot to come and tell me that, oh, we migrated from, we are from Benin? You pass, what do you call it, Asaba. You pass Asaba. You pass Anambra. You enter Imo State. You enter Abia. Then you cross to River State. You settle in River State. You just lost all your Benin heritage and everything and adopted the Igbo heritage. What does that make you? What does that make you? What does that make you? Does that make sense to you? You jump all those places you could not. Look, there are so many of you that have lived in the United Kingdom for many decades. There are so many that have been there many decades. Does that make you an Englishman?
No.
You can't make you an Englishman. If you look at the mother, the grandmother or the mother of Rahina today is telling us that the grandmother told the mother, and the mother told me that we are from the Igbo race. These are people that were taken to the Caribbean. She's from Barbados. I was in Barbados. I spent roughly about close to 9 months to a year over there. You and Ikwere man, you come here. I listened when they gave Ohaneze Ndigbo presidency to Ikwere people. I listened to one elderly man coming out to spew nonsense. I look at this one, I say, looking at the man that was spewing this nonsense, he doesn't have life. Even as he was speaking, you will understand that this man is an idiot. I am sorry to use this because when you behave like that, try to malign your own people into what they are not, or push them into what they are not, simply because of the divide and rule tactics. They made you people believe that your brothers who are in the majority in the other side are your enemies, and you picked it up. You are the biggest fool. You are the biggest fool. Tell me anything that you are going to pronounce in the way that is not Igbo. Tell me anything that you are going to pronounce or mention in Ikwere that looks like Bini language. Nderiri. Most of the Ikwere people, virtually all of them, the difference is just the dialectical difference. That's all. That's all. Just like my sister was talking that time. Ngwa people will say when. That is in here. They say when. Even there is a tribe, another tribe in Abia State, they call is it Ohofia? Ohofia call money Okpogo. Okpogo.
Yeah.
Abreba call it Okpogo. Okpogo. And Okpogo is also, I believe Okpogo is also the same thing the Anang people call money Okpogo. Someone should please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. You're right. You're very much right.
Okpogo, these Anang people, the Ibibio people, they call it, you see, the Anang people are very close to the Ngwa people. My mother speak Anang language, Ibibio. My mother. These are one people. When you are celebrating the masquerade, they call Ekpo in Ngwa land. They are also celebrating the same masquerade in Anang land, Ekpo. And that is where they call that one, where they call the one that they use for juju, Ekpo Itiaba. That is a masquerade with 7 heads. Ekpo Itiaba is 7. Ekpo Itiaba is masquerade with 7 heads that they will give to you, that will be worrying you day, night, and day, in the day and in the night. You won't sleep. They call it Ekpo Itiaba. So anybody that is bringing this campaign of division, it is here. It is one of the mechanisms that they use to destroy and whittle your power of unity. As simple as that. But let me tell these people, we have been preaching for unity, unity, unity. The likes of the tribes on social media, Namen and the rest of them, and one other Ikwere musician. I love what they are doing. And that elder that is warning them to keep their Benin tradition over there, and they should not bring it to the Ikwere people, that Ikwere is Igbo. One other lady as well, very fair, Ikwere, they are coming out to speak. And it is left for them to understand, those that still believe that they are not Igbo or have nothing to do with Igbo people, to understand that they are Igbos. And I would like to say this, I will end with this. When the Jews, the Israelites were scattered all over the world, they were busy enjoying making money. Go and check the billionaires in the world. The Jews have the highest number of billionaires. They are not maybe the richest billionaires in the world, but their billions is spread across them. Go and check. You will see they are more. I think the last time I checked, there were more than 200 of them, billionaires of Jewish origin. They made their money when they chased them out. Biafrans are making their money when the Nigeria destroyed their land and pushed them, forced them to relocate to different places. That was an indirect exile. They exiled our people that time because the Biafra land was not habitable. Bombs everywhere. Unexploded bombs. I think till today, they are still recovering some of them in the farms and in the forest. That was what they did to us, my people. That was the extent to which they damaged our land and our psyche. We believe that, oh, we can only make it when we go out, simply because we have been, tuned to be, because of the devastation caused by their bombs from Britain and Russia and their cohorts. We had no choice than to relocate. And people started relocating in mass abroad and within, and build businesses in those places. They know the reason why they did it. They wanted us to move away from that land so that it would be desolate for them to come and occupy. But our people are still there. That is our land. That is my mother's ancestral land. That is your father's ancestral land. That is the land God gave to your ancestors. You need to protect it till death. If you allow anybody to come and take it away from you, God will judge you and judge you badly. If you do it from your actions and inactions, you allow anybody to take that land that God gave to your ancestors because you want political appointment, a ministerial appointment, oil well, favors, or whatever from the enemies that want to take that land, God will judge you just like the way he judged those that sabotaged our eternal leader, Ojukwu. You see what God, for these people that still believe that, oh, I am not evil. When you are evil, God will do you what he did to the children of Israel. While they were all over making money, enjoying eating burger and things, they forgot that they have their own place. Until I believe that God raised Hitler. God raised Hitler to tell them, you are not here. Because some of them were misbehaving. God raised Hitler. It was what Hitler did to them that made them understand. Hey, Charlie, Oga, my people, we are from a certain place, so let's go there. Before they reach there, that place has been taken over by the Palestinians. Go and look at the first map of where Israel is now, Gaza and the West Bank. Go and check. It was like a dot, like Dead Buhari called us. If you check the region, you will see the land was taken. They put them there in the middle of the occupied land by the Palestinians. They started fighting. God made them to fight. Necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. They have to invent things in order to defend the arrays of enemies around them. If you don't do it now, that is what God is going to do to you. You will fight the hard way before you get it. And I pray it doesn't happen. Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution you have made. And every Biafran that is watching here, I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program up to this minute. You must know that the topic today says, say no to smear campaign against Biafrans. This is not 1967, but 2025. Biafra, never again. Never again. The smear campaign against us must not demoralize us. You must not be afraid in the face of your enemy. We have done it before.
Chicks, I'm sorry to say this. I have to. It's quite a pity and disheartening to me that I am leaving you. My battery is just about 5%. I have to go now. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Those in the comment section, please support. Those in this studio, please, may God bless you as well. Our people in Biafra land, may God bless each and every one of you and make life easier than it is today. God knows what we are passing through, and he will never allow us to suffer more than we have suffered. May God bless all of you in the diaspora. As God is blessing you, please save some of that blessing in financial terms to support for the recognition and the fight for the restoration of the Biafra land. I love you all, and may God continue to protect each and every one of you. Even if in the Arctic zone, if you find yourself in the Arctic zone, God will protect you. Anywhere you find yourself, in any volatile environment you find yourself, God will have a way to protect his own people as long as you are a Biafran. Thank you so much. And from here, the little beautiful city of Bolgatanga in Upper East region, I say, I love you. I remain your Okene. Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. I will hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Fellow Biafrans, as I was saying, We must continue to stand up for Biafra, do everything humanly possible to continue to stand where we stand. Do not allow anybody to discourage you or demoralize you. The smear campaign that is happening today, don't allow it to deter you. We have been there before and we are there again, and we shall overcome. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must know that you have a responsibility to defend yourself and protect your land. The whole world knows what they're going through. We have made it already before. Biafra is not just a new state. What we did was redeclaration. We redeclared Biafra that has been. Biafra was a country that has been for 3 good years, had everything that they need, until it was run over by the British and Nigeria. Today, we are taking it back by force. And for some of us who didn't know how far we went, some of us who didn't know how far we went when we had our country before, I want to play a video. Just pay attention to this video, and you're going to see how far the Biafrans went and the successes, one of the successes they made in those days before the war ended. I want you to listen to this very video. Pay attention. You're going to learn something from here.
Garden Boxing Incorporated presents the World's Light Heavyweight Championship bout featuring champion Dick Tiger of the Republic of Biafra versus challenger Roger Rouse of Anaconda, Montana, from Convention Center, Las Vegas, Nevada. 15 rounds. Hi, everyone. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator at the ringside of the beautiful Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. And a big crowd is waiting with great anticipation what promises to be a very fine bout between the champion Dick Tiger and the challenger Roger Rouse of Montana.
All right, this promotion this evening, ladies, of boxing for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing, from Anaconda, Montana, weighing 174.5 pounds, the challenger, Roger Rouse.
Over 1,000 fans have come from Montana to see this fight.
And introducing, from the Republic of Biafra, weighing 168.25 pounds, the light heavyweight champion of the world, Dick Tiger. 15 rounds of boxing.
Instructions by the referee. Round one coming of the two. 6 years older, 6 pounds lighter at 168.5. This could be it. There's Rouse down from that right hand. Referee's talking to him, makes the mandatory 8 count, and it is all over. Referee Jimmy Oliva talks to Roger Rouse and signifies that the contest is all over. The winner and still light heavyweight champion of the world, a great fighter, Dick Tiger. A very unhappy corner of Roger Rouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 12 seconds of the 12th round by knockout, the winner and still light heavyweight champion of the world, Dick Tiger.
We're going to try to get Dick Tiger over to the microphone. Dick, come on. Dick talking to Roger Rouse. Come on over here, Dick. Sorry. Dick, in just a moment, we're going to replay the knockout. But first, I want to congratulate you. First, on the fact that you are a new father. Your wife gave birth to a baby girl, 7 pounds, 7 days ago, and your 7th child, right? Here's a replay of the knockout. Now, take a look at yourself and tell us what's happening here in the 12th round.
I think he was coming in. I sent the right hand and connected left that got him by the jaw. I think that was it. and he was moving back while I was, checking him. He's taller than myself, and
Just a minute. We got an intruder here.
you see, this court you see here is just, I got him in the corner, I think in the second or third round, and he brought me with head, but I'm glad I won the fight.
Do you think it was a butt he got you over the left eye? Now listen, to be perfectly honest, I thought Rouse was winning the fight up until the 6th round. Now what did you think?
I don't know. I'm in there to fight. I don't know what's happening.
You didn't care. You weren't worried.
I don't get start. I get start late.
You know it was a 15-round bout, so you weren't going to hurry.
Yeah. Because I know I was going to get him. Because
what are the plans? I'm going to ask Jersey Jones, your manager, to come in here. Jersey, what are the plans now?
Well, Don, I've always maintained that you don't cross the second bridge till you're over the first one.
Well, you're over this one.
Yeah, we had to get through with this one. We have no plans at the moment. There are several very good offers, but we'll take a little time to consider them.
Do you think Rouse merits another chance?
Well, let him, if he get beat, say, Jose Torres, I think that would do it. I think Rouse made a very, very good fight, but Tiger was just too damn strong for him and too hard a puncher.
Oh, he's a real good fighter, this Mr. Tiger. Thank you very much, Jersey, and good luck. Dick, congratulations. The people in Biafra must be very proud of you.
Thank you.
What you just watched now is Dick Tiger representing Biafra in the world, and he won his fight. It is very important. Some of us did not know that these things happen. Biafran has representation internationally, and they won. It didn't start today. Even in this present time, there are so many of us that are in sports. How are they representing? These were people who represented, even in the midst of the war, Biafrans were represented across the world, and they were winning titles. Today, the redeclaration of Biafra has been done. There are so many Biafrans that are in sports in various countries. What are they doing? How are they represented? Some of them are pretending not to know what is happening. I'm still waiting to see somebody, a Biafran who is in another country participating, and when he wants to appear, he will appear with the flag of Biafra. There are many Biafrans in sports. There are many ways to seek recognition. You saw our football team registered and they played along, which was televised. We are expecting Biafrans on different angles. We have many of them. Why are they not represented? Look at our musicians. You can't see any of them. Only few of them that are playing Biafran music, very, very few. The rest of them, they are busy gallivanting and enjoying themselves. They don't care. It doesn't really matter to them. And we are talking about recognition. In this recognition, every one of us have a role to play. But we must continue. We must not give up. We have done it before, and we can still do it again. So before we go on now, I'm going to play the last video that we're going to play. This was the video we played yesterday. We didn't end it up. We're going to take some version of that video we played yesterday and play it again. Then we'll talk about it. And from that, I think we are going to be rounding up from there. Let's hear some portion of that video we played yesterday to get some other insight on the situation of the zoo and what is happening and the way they are caging us down.
I've heard about mob attack. They will move in quickly.
Yes.
To stop the attack and save the individual.
Yes,
We've seen several occasions where militaries have or police
have saved people. Yes.
Now, why is it that these attacks will go on for a long time and they will call police in the east today? If anything is happening in the east and you call military, they will not respond.
Are you very
They will not respond. People have complained when they were attacked very close to military checkpoint and someone is able to escape. As you are reporting to the military, they look on their faces. If you don't take your time, they will shoot you joy. These are the things that happen in the southeast. So why are the federal, it's like the federal government and the military are providing security for these people. And you're telling me there's nothing more. There is more to it.
It's the lack of reaction that is giving this perception like they are being protected. For example, now this Take It Back movement, which is supposedly they're supposed to converge in front of the National Assembly to ensure that the state of emergency in Rivers State is taken off, and that the situation with insecurity in the country is actually dealt with. A couple of persons are already, a certain ethnic group should not be part of it before they will call them that, oh, IPOB has taken over it, or certain elements have taken over the protest. For example, if you check online, some reactions are already like, oh, if this is not bad, if people want to protest, but somebody now converged and said, if IPOB decides to take over the protest, the military should delve in immediately. So the question is, why are you calling a certain group of persons, and how are they going to be part, or how are they taking over the protest? As it stands now, the recent End Bad Governance protest, the Southeasterners were not part of it because they don't want it to tag it to seem as if it was them that took over, like what happened during the NSAS. When you keep on having this division amongst ethnic groups, how are we going to have that collective recall to hold the government responsible or hold them accountable to what their priorities should be?
Now the question is, whoever is saying IPOP, who are these IPOP? Where are the IPOP? You know, they've tactically, what we from the Southeast doesn't know is that they've tactically termed the whole of Southeast IPOP. That's what it is. So if anybody comes out to protest in the Southeast, it is IPOP.
Well, they no longer participate in any more protests.
No, if you know you are not IPOP, don't come and protest. That's what it means. And again, anybody coming to protest to what end? You can only protest to a government that will listen. Remember, protest is a way people communicate to their government. In the last, from 2015 till now, people have tried to protest. Remember the NSAS protest. How did it end? In fact, they also termed it Igbo protest. Remember the hunger protest. How did it end? Now the problem is the people trying to protest. How strong? Nigeria is so divided that once we start the protest, if Igbos come out, Yorubas will withdraw. And start maligning. Yes, they will turn it. The NSAS started in Edo and spread down to Lagos. Everybody was so excited about it because the SARS were disturbing people, and Igbos joined. What? Yorubas withdraw, and the next minute they were saying Igbos want to destroy their Lagos. Did you hear it? It took Babayo Adebanjo of blessed memory, Soyinka, and some good Yoruba leaders. There were quite some good Yoruba leaders. Yes. And there were quite some this Awori, these Awo followers the ones that are out for the Igbos. When the thing turned, they now wrote, I read it. They circulated it that nobody should touch the Igbos and their properties. Now, is this how we are going to protest and speak with one voice as a nation? Now, if you are the Igbo, look, no protest will amount to anything if Igbo doesn't join.
No, don't say that. The End Bad Governance protest. They protested silently.
I'm telling you.
They sat at home.
I'm telling you, Igbos are the ones that have the mind to push these things. And I can assure you, any Igbo man coming out to do any protest, I don't know what you are looking for. I don't, because they are in fact, they are looking for, there are some set of Yorubas that are looking for something.
No.
Except, I said except, not all of them. Listen,
just say some administration supporters.
Go to social media handles. They have even gone as far as going outside the country to blackmail the Igbos. In South Africa,
we heard that in South Africa, yes.
There was a WhatsApp meeting.
Yes.
A Yoruba person went to South Africa to tell them to kill the Igbo. They are the ones causing problem. And the woman, a South African, was now asking, there were Igbos, and how are you sure? How do you know it's Igbos? And the woman blasted. It's a Yoruba person.
But the question
is,
look
at our diaspora, whatever, Abike Dabiri. In fact, it was Abike Dabiri that raised the game. Even in Ghana, what is happening to the Igbos in Ghana? It was Abike Dabiri that carried that campaign.
Lolo,
even there was a time she went to Canada. There was a time she went to Canada to also do that. So there are some of them, like I said, there were some good meaning Yorubas who felt all Southerners should come together, you know, and speak with one voice, so that the overriding power of the North, will at least be neutralized a little bit. There were some good, but there were some of them that are dangerously on social media.
Those are supporters. Those are the blind supporters who don't see evil and call out evil. That's why I said we should not generalize.
They are looking for siesta. They were looking
not
for
generalize these
They
things.
were looking for. In fact, there was a platform where they were having meeting. They were hurrying their leaders to let them attack the Igbos in Lagos. So they're looking for just a small thing that will cost another problem of Igbos.
It's for example, Lolo, it's quite unfortunate. You have the bio-nonigas who steer this kind of division.
It's not only bio, we have Ruben Abati, we have
who steer this kind of division, and it's wrong. If you go on X or social media, you see aides of the current administration, specifically in Lagos, aiding and abetting,
and then the president.
When
I say there is a plan, when a government decides to go to sleep while his country is in flames, he's away. Probably
that's why I said this inciting statements, this ethnic division and inciting conversations that takes place on social media, particularly X. If you go on X right now, you will see anything is politicized and tribalized. And I would have expected that government agencies come out and say, stop this. Don't keep quiet, because it has festered for so long that the division, the disunity has become so apparent right now, and it's bad. It's wrong.
I have just played this video for us to use it to end this very program today, and my speakers on the platform will speak on this very video. When you've heard what they said there, it's still talking on this topic we are talking about today, the smear campaign against the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. Say no to this smear campaign. They will not stop. They will not stop. How are we going to overcome them? Walk away from this zoological republic. That is the only, they are not going to stop. This smear campaign, just imagine what transpired in Edo State. They are already campaigning against the Igbos again. They will not stop. And there are these worries that this woman spoke about. They will always, this set of Yorubas will always push this propaganda and blackmail against us. It does not matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. And their leader is the drug baron in Asarok today. Is one of their leaders. It is high time we face the reality and walk away. That is the only solution. Nothing else. This smear campaign, they will never ever stop. The British is pouring the oil on them, and they will continue on that direction. Even you see their diaspora, whatever they employ, when they employ the diaspora chief or whatever, that Yoruba woman, every of us know her record on what she has done and how she has destroyed the image of the Biafrans. It is sad, but the reality is that only United States of Biafra is the remedy that we need now. My beloved sister Ojugo, I know you are at work. If you have time, if you can speak. My sister Ojugo, I don't know if you can be able to speak to us.
Yes, I can. I'm driving to work now.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm running a little late. Okay. Well, it still boils down to United States of Biafra. Like you said, it's only solution. And when you keep asking yourself, why this hatred? What have we done wrong? You can pinpoint it that it is nothing but jealousy. That's the only problem, jealousy. Igbos are hardworking, they are not happy. Igbos they are not eating, they are not happy. Nothing will make them happy and will never make them happy. Allow these people that you hated so much to go. No. You want their head. You want their head. That's if we give them opportunity, then they will take our head. But if we say no, they can do nothing. They can only kick the wall and go sit down. We are United State of Biafra. United. And I love that name. That name is a very good name. United State of Biafra. Because we can never, never, even if we live by ourselves, it's still going to be the same.
Yes.
It's like when you talk about Israel, it's still going to be the same.
Exactly. The battle will always
You know, the battle will always be there. It will not change. But we will drag them to our land.
Absolutely.
We will drag them to our land. Like that Lolo said, Nigeria, they know why they are.
Oh,
Look at that they hold. The other lady said, "Oh, they didn't sit at home. Sit at home is our normal distance. We did not participate, and that protest did not hold. Did not use anything. I'm sure that taught them a big lesson.
Yes.
That they cannot do without an Igbo man. But too bad we are gone. Because sometimes when you have something, you don't value that thing, until that thing slips out of your hand, then that's when you know the value of what you have. Too bad, Nigeria will slip out of your hand. Ordinary protests, they could not hold ordinary protests because Igbo people did not join them. And they are talking. My brother, my prayer is for us Igbos to come together as our name depicts, United States of Biafra, so that we team up, we'll defeat them. We team up, we'll defeat them. They cannot do anything. We are gone. They can hit their head on the wall. They can do whatever they want to do. We are gone. I pray that our preaching, our words will spread like fire among our people. And some of us that are here, if we can help spread this word of God to all the platform, X, WhatsApp, spread it. It will go viral. Thank you so much. And may God bless you, Brother Jokes, that make it a point of duty every morning. I don't know what time is it on your side, but I'm talking based on my side. Every morning to bring us closer for this wonderful worship, prayer, and thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister Ojugo. We appreciate you. Thank you for always joining us. And may Chukwu Okabara continue to bless you. My brother Greg, go ahead and give us your closing remark and make a speech on the videos I play. Bro Greg, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you one more time for the opportunity. My greetings go to this our sister that have spoken, and I just want to encourage my people to continue to know what they believe. It's only when you forgot or when you don't know the value of what you are doing that people will change you. But if you know what you are fighting for and you know what you believe, no man will change you, no matter what. That is why I will continue saying, in so much as corrupt as Tinubu is, I still have respect for him because he Tinubu stand on what he wants, no matter how he wants to achieve it. He stand on it. That is the only respect I have for him. He did not jump from a tree to a mountain. No, looking for power. He stands on that thing. He continue working on it with his gang and the Abura and all those kind of people he used to get where he is. But at least he did not jump like our brothers. So let any person that believe in Biafra stand gidigam. Believe in what you are doing. Do not look people that is trying to fall back and fall in front. Believe in what you are doing. If you believe that Biafra was declared on the 29th of November 2024, if you believe that Simon Ekpa worked so much hard to make sure that Biafra is declared, to make sure that this government is established, if you believe that on that 29th of November 2024 that a word is pronounced, and if you believe in the word, that the word is the power, no matter who pronounce it, that word, freedom of Biafra on the 29th of November 2024, if you believe in it, never allow any man or any woman to change you. Never go back. Never ask which direction, because the direction is already automatically there. Don't join any group you don't believe or don't understand what they're doing. Move forward. Never look back, because backwardness is dead. Remember that one government is what we have, and that is the United States of Biafra. Remember that Simon Ekpa is not dead, and then Nnamdi Kanu is not dead, and they will not die in prison. They will definitely come out. Remember, we are going home, and there is no other place we have as a home except Biafra. So never yield yourself to anything like a fall back or fall jump or whatever. Those things are fake. Remain strong in what you are doing and pray always for our Simon Ekpa. Pray for Nnamdi Kanu. Pray for the Otungozi and all the cabinet. And pray for the first coming of Biafra home. That is my final word to you today. Thank you, and God bless every Biafran. Thank you, Choose, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing conclusion that you have just given. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this platform today, everyone that have contributed in one way or the other. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect all of us. Wherever you are watching us from, please like and share. If you have not yet shared this video, I don't know what you are waiting for. Remember, this evangelism is for all of us. Every one of us has to be part of this radical evangelism to carry everybody along until we get to the promised land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray that all our leaders, Chukwu Okike Abiama will give them wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and strengthen them, protect them divinely. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We will see again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much, and stay safe. See you next time.
From people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Honorable Simon Epa. Biafra gadere. Adekwana ọfọ nna o. Biafra gadekwa. Iwe ndụ abịa ya ka ga-egote ya. Asịrị na Biafra gadị o. Ibe maka ige. Only Biafra na ale kọfụma. Ụmụ Biafra. Simon Ekpa ga-adịkwa n'elu ọmụmụ Biafra ga-adịe. Only Biafra na ale kọfụma. Biafra ga-adịe. Ụmụ Biafra so na ale kọfụma. Anyị ga-adịe. Maka na-eche na akwa bụ tata. Biafra ga-adịlele. Welu mụ na Biafra ga-adị o. Biafra ga-adị. Biafra ga-adị o. Biafra ga-adị.